What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the shop. This is part now 4 of trying to get my pickup on my baler back together. On the last video, we were able to get this end back on. We did not get all the rollers into place to where the main pickup arm that goes across can slide over to where we can get bearings on there. So I'm going to try to work at that today here, and hopefully I have some pretty good progress here. Getting down to where majority of this is going to be pretty quick and easy of going back together, putting some bars in there and putting some rings around it will be pretty quick, especially if we get everything transferred over to some different bars. So anyways, hope you enjoy the video and let's get to it.
Save my soul.
Alright, got everything back together. Everything's doing what it should. So we should be good to go to get some bats in here and bars and go from there. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is over here on the drive side is get the locking collar back on this bearing and the set screw set in it, and then get the drive pulley back on this thing and get the belt back in here. Probably leave everything loose at this point as far as the belt tension, so we can deal with getting the bars back in. But anyways, I'm gonna work at this and get this done. Alright, so doing some looking at this 4th bar that come out of my baler here, and it looks like it's straight, but if you look down it, right in here, it's got a twist in it. So what we were seeing earlier when we took everything apart, it looks straight, but now that you take a real good eye at everything, it's got a nice little twist in here, and it looks like everything was kind of hitting this one anyways, so things might have been already bent beforehand and just wearing into this bar. But so it's a good thing that we pulled the 4 off of Dad's parts baler, because it looks like we're gonna need them. Even looks like there's a snake out in the center of it. You can't tell it down there whatsoever. Looks like it's got a snake right in there too. Alright, we've gone through these bars now, and we've gotten everything kind of switched over. What was bad we took off and put something decent on. Put my somewhat new ones on the second to the outside rows on both sides. Of course, somewhat new will go on the outsides then once we get the bars in there. But at this point, we have dinner ready, so we're gonna go have some dinner and pick this up another day. All right, everybody, it's been a couple days, and I have some hardware to be able to get these bars back in. And before I do that, I want to get some of these straightened out. There's one that's kind of got a nice curl to it. This one's been up. That's one that got wrapped up in everything. And of course, on the bottom side, then there's a couple that are kind of been out of shape. So I'm going to take a little bit of time and try to get those straightened up. And then after that point, I'll get my bars in here. It'll be a little trick to get them mounted up, but I have all new hardware for these bars for the ends. I didn't want to really fuss with double nutting, so I went to my local Fastenal and I picked up what they call top locks, which is basically just a punch nut is all it is. But we use these at work, and they're pretty handy. So does away with doing double nut or doing a nylon lock. I'm not a huge fan of the nylon locks because with very much vibration, I've seen them back off. So this way I know they don't back off. So I used them in a couple different other spots. For instance, on my twine there, and they have not backed off. So probably a safe bet there. When I was taking things apart, they were double nutted. So anyways, without further ado, I'm going to get started today and see how far I can get today. Alright, I was trying to go in there with the first bar, and I was only able to get one bolt into it. Well, being underneath the baler, I wasn't totally sure what was going on, but I grabbed one of my original bars and one of the bars that come out of my dad's parts baler. And besides the noticeable difference in length, it's also got a different offset. These are narrower than what them are, so that's interesting. So I don't know what to do at this point other than so for now I guess I will call it quits and maybe bounce some ideas off of what my dad thinks. But I think we're gonna have to pull the cams out of that other one up there, so yay. What's up, everybody, and good morning. It is now Saturday. Last night my dad and I were up here at his parts baler. We're gonna try to pull out the ends on this one. These are quite a bit worn because this baler has been absolutely abused. So the bushings are absolutely shot. There's a couple of them that the bushings ain't even there. So this morning I'm gonna try to get this attacked and try to get this all apart and get the ends out of it. So anyways, that's what I'm doing here this morning. I'm just gonna put you all on time lapse and you can just watch me absolutely annihilate this thing and trying to get it apart. Alright, got all of them out. There's some of them that have quite a bit of wear. You can see the line right there where they've been slopping back and forth. But got them all out, so I guess it's evaluate and go down to the shed, I guess, and see what we can do down there. Alright, down here at my baler, and I'm gonna work at trying to get my cams out. Kind of my game plan is to take both bearings loose at both sides, and what I'm going to try to do is slide it this way with trying to get this side apart. What I'm going to do is take the cam bearings off here on the other side and rotate it to the back side, and I think with it being pulled to the right side, I think I'll be able to pull them out via over here. If not, well, I'm gonna have to take this whole side apart, and I'm hoping that I don't have to do that. But anyways, once I get it pulled out and maybe get all of them out, and then I will shove it this way and try to pull out these from this side. We'll see how that goes. I may have to tear the whole thing apart again. I don't know. But I'm going to at least try that first. If it not, well, I guess it'll be tearing that side apart again. So anyways, I'll try and see what we can do. Alright, I got all my cams out. Had to end up tearing apart this side in order to get everything, but at least I got them out, so I'll compare with the ones that come out with the parts baler and these and see where we're at. Alright, I got everything cleaned up here. I'm going to do the same thing that I did with my other set here, and I'm going to go get some shims of the same exact, and I'm going to weld the second one on there. This one, I'm going to do the same thing as what they did. I'm going to put 2 washers on it though. I'm going to grind all the weld down and get it to where I can weld on 2 other shims. So I'm gonna run to town and get those and be back out here. All right, I am back from town. I got 5 more shims. I got this one ground down, and I'm gonna take the welder and weld on the outside of this, and as well as tack this second one into place. Also, may not be totally perfect, but I'm sure it'll be close by the time we get it inside. And I'll do the same thing as what I did on the others, is weld that in there. These don't look too bad. I think they, at some point, even though they've never ever seen any grease, I think they got replaced at one point, because all these ends look somewhat new, even though they have quite a bit of wear in them. The paint looks fresher, and this one even has a skew on it still. So I would say that they've been replaced at some point or another, because they totally wore them out, and then they stuck them in here. I stuck new ones in and went to town again. We never even greased them because we didn't even know that they were greasable. All right, I got everything cleaned up here, and we'll have to find a smaller grease zerk end anyways, to be able to grease these, because the one that we have is too big. So try to find something that is smaller. But anyways, I got these all done. They should do all right in there. I stuck one in here, and it seems to be about the same as what mine were, so I don't think they're totally that far off. Well, this thing had died on me, but got the cams back in this thing. Just need to get the cam bearings into the end here, but pretty much a stopping point for now. With the wife working, well, we haven't had much time to have dinners together, so we're gonna call it quits here today, and that'll be the end of this video for now. Kind of going forward and then backwards and not going forward again, but we're getting pretty close to this, getting this thing done. So anyways, if you got to this point in the video, I just want to say thank you, and it sure does mean a lot. If you like this sort of content, give the video a thumbs up, and as always, if you're new here, consider subscribing. We got more projects around the shop, like a 4010 right over here, and eventually my dad's auction buy Baler right over here. But anyways, without further ado, we'll see y'all in the next one.